The Confucius Institute at Purdue University opened its doors in West Lafayette, Indiana in 2007 and has been engaging the community with discovery and learning of Chinese language and culture.
Purdue has about 9,000 international students and about 5,000 are Chinese students. And it's important to our Purdue students that we provide opportunities to expose them to Chinese language and culture.
Working with the Confucius Institute's really been a very rewarding process. It's a great outreach about Confucianism, about China, about globalization.
The more that we can develop strong relationships, especially academic relationships with universities in China, the better it is for Purdue.
So far, I think it has been very positive, and we have really raised our presence on campus, and that I feel Confucius Institute is the platform for overall Chinese programs.
We want to continue to grow our community, to be warm and welcoming, and we've really developed some very special partners through the Institute and with our friends in China.
I think it brings the Chinese culture to the citizens of Indiana as a whole, but in particular the greater Lafayette area.
Everybody is nice out there, and from the director to the members, and we're like a big family.
In 2013, the Confucius Institute at Purdue offered over 50 programs to the university, the community, and the local K-12 school system. A core group of people at Purdue University are responsible for the Confucius Institute program and its initiatives. The Institute's director, executive board, and staff all make sure the Confucius Institute continues to be successful at Purdue.
My name is Wei Hong, and I'm the director of the Confucius Institute. I am very pleased to be firstly to initiate the program, and I was honored to be selected as the director for the Confucius Institute.
My relationship with the Confucius Institute goes back the 2 years I've been at Purdue University, and I'm on the board. And so I'm an advisor to the Institute, but also try to keep active with some of their programs that they offer.
Well, I've been on the board for a couple of years for Purdue. We had a chance to go to the global gathering that the Confucius Institute holds, and that was a fantastic trip.
I've been a member of the board of the Confucius Institute at Purdue for 4 years now. It's been a great experience for me getting to meet our host institution, our partner institution, faculty and administrators at Shanghai Jiao Tong University. We've hosted them here, they host us there. I've had the opportunity to really see some of the benefits that Purdue accrues from being involved with the Confucius Institute.
Since the inception of the Purdue Confucius Institute in 2007, I believe I've served on the executive board of the Confucius Institute, giving advice on programming.
I am the media assistant for Confucius Institute at Purdue, and my job is like taking pictures of the Confucius Institute events and then get them published in news.
Those involved with the program are dedicated to the mission and purpose of the Confucius Institute at Purdue.
Our mission statement and in our vision and purpose for the Confucius Institute is that we really want to learn and to share and to engage with the rest of the campus. So what we did is to complement the university's overall China programs by offering Chinese language courses, by having cultural events, lectures, and workshops. So really to do things that would promote China.
I think the primary purpose of the Confucius Institute at Purdue, as well as a lot of other major universities, is getting the word out about all of the interesting things that are going on in different parts of the world, and particularly in China and Asia.
Confucius Institute at Purdue is focusing on communicate, cooperate, and also promoting Chinese cultures.
The Institute and those relationships have really helped us gain a much larger cultural perspective, a much larger global perspective. I think it begins to break down barriers, and it begins to, really help us here locally in Lafayette have a more global perspective.
The Confucius Institute serves the Chinese students who are here to help to create a community for them so that they become more comfortable in living, studying, working here. I think it's immeasurable what they do for the citizenry, but it also serves the students as well.
Another important element of the Confucius Institute at Purdue is the alignment of the values the Institute shares with departments at the university. The Institute has partnered with 8 major departments at Purdue.
The values that we share as a School of Business with the Confucius Institute are multifold. One is a better understanding of global markets, and that's probably the most important, sharing fundamentally. But it's also of education. It's the philosophy of education, of diversity, in this case global diversity. And that's another very important overlap, because after all, the Confucius Institutes were founded on the principles of trying to further education, further knowledge, and further learning.
I think in the larger context is really to add our values, add what we believe in is the understanding of globalization. So that's in the large context. In the concrete or smaller context is that we are able to offer the things the university is not able to.
It helps us strengthen our relationships to academic institutions in a country that's very important to our university.
What we learn is everybody kind of wants the same thing. You know, they want to feel safe and secure and have a great job and raise their children. And I think it helps to break down barriers. And whenever you break down barriers and people get to know each other on a more personal level, I think it's great for your community, the state, and for the world.
They give our students a chance to have a cross-cultural experience, often not just between American students and Chinese students, but they will bring in other cultures as well and other nationalities.
I think Confucius Institute really bring a positive energy into the Chinese community here and also the American community here, because it's majorly focused on the cross-culture, events, languages. It's really great to see that people are willing to know each other.
The cross-cultural events, along with many other initiatives in which the Confucius Institute is involved, provide a wide range of benefits for the university's students, faculty and staff, various departments, and also the community that surrounds Purdue.
It's one piece of what we do at Purdue that brings Chinese culture and language closer to our Purdue students, and it provides resources and programs that are in addition to what we have available otherwise to our students. You know, we have a very active Chinese student organization. They celebrate Chinese New Year.
That's our main event, yeah. That's our largest event to the campus and to the community. In that event, we not only have Purdue students but also the community and also nearby towns. So it has been a class event for many of the colleges nearby.
We're holding Chinese New Year events at Purdue every year during the Spring Festival. And you can see a lot of Chinese students, professors, American students, and the faculties and local people coming to join us. A lot of my American friends really interested in Chinese culture, and every year they're going to ask me, what time is the Spring Festival? We want to go. So I think it is a great chances for American students to learn Chinese culture.
I think the many activities that the Confucius Institute puts on, such as the Chinese New Year event, gives great exposure to the Chinese culture to Lafayette.
In addition to professional and community programs, other benefits to the students that the Confucius Institute provides include offering 10 language programs, 18 cultural programs, and 6 study abroad programs.
We're working with the university in a lot of study abroad programs by funding the students to go to China, and also by creating more diversified courses for the students here.
From my perspective as the dean of a business school, it's critical our students understand globalization, and China and Asia represent one of the most important areas of the world about business for the future.
One of the most important economic benefits of being affiliated with the Confucius Institute is its support for Chinese language and culture instruction at Purdue. Without their support, we would not be able to offer as many Chinese language classes. We would not be able to hold as many events on campus that focus on Chinese culture.
The Confucius Institute has held workshops and tutoring lessons for faculty and students at all levels in basics of Chinese language. So for someone like me, this has been very helpful as I was able to practice Chinese with a tutor.
It's great to see that while we're promoting Chinese culture, and there are a lot of American students willing to learn.
We're doing something very meaningful because we're educating the young kids, not only the college, but the young kids to understand the global issues. And so we really prepare them for their future.
They can communicate and they understand the culture at a certain level. That will make it easier not only for them to learn here at Purdue and to develop their cross-cultural skills, but it will provide a bridge between our American students and our Chinese students here at Purdue.
People associated with Purdue are not the only ones to reap the rewards that are offered by the Confucius Institute. The Greater Lafayette community is another major benefactor.
We actually have our local school corporation also makes trips to China and has relationships in China. We actually have a Confucius classroom.
Well, Confucius Classroom is, I think, an interesting program where the Chinese language and culture is brought into an elementary school classroom. So the students are, typically English-speaking students who wouldn't otherwise be exposed to Chinese language and culture until they come to Purdue, for example, where we have large numbers of Chinese students and faculty.
We are proud to say we have about 225 students, K through 12, learning it on a daily basis. But I think the fact that we have put some emphasis on China in our school district means our students are going to be more globally aware of the Chinese position in the world.
We were able to offer Chinese classes through our Confucius Classroom at Lafayette School Corporation and also for first year in West Lafayette School Corporation. We opened up the window for the kids in Indiana to see what's out there and that might otherwise there's no chance for them to experience China firsthand.
It really is something that is long-term. It gives our American students who a first exposure to Chinese language, and when I think about what that will mean to our future Purdue students who come from Indiana, who've had an experience with a Confucius Classroom, that's tremendous. They will come in already appreciating different cultures, different languages.
That, I think, has done a tremendous amount to help people here in the Greater Lafayette area have a better understanding of China as a country.
We bring cultural events to our students through the Confucius Institute, to the Confucius Classroom, out to the students. We will have dozens of Purdue students organized by the Purdue Confucius Institute come over and aid us in running the China Night and setting up cultural experiences throughout the gymnasium at Tecumseh Junior High School. We could not do China Night without the Purdue Confucius Institute.
While the Confucius Institute at Purdue University has made successful and significant strides since it began in 2007, many involved with the Institute feel that there is still room for it to grow in the future.
The future of the Confucius Institute at Purdue University is a very promising and positive one. Because of the wonderful impact in terms of outreach, student education, and research initiatives, Purdue is highly committed to the Confucius Institute. We see it as a wonderful partnership to advance knowledge and to advance understanding of global communities.
Our potential here is tremendous. We have great opportunities, I think, to expand what we do with our Chinese language and culture teaching at Purdue, and wonderful opportunities to do even more with the broader community.
We have a 5-year plan, but I'm thinking much more beyond 5-year plan is that to work with the university on more expanded programs.
The future for our engagement with China and also the Chinese students who come to Purdue and who become part of our culture on campus, our experience on campus, that's only going to grow.
One thing is for certain. The Confucius Institute has and will continue to have a personal impact on those who are involved.
I've benefited personally from the opportunity to be involved with the Confucius Institute at Purdue, to travel to China 3 times, to meet our Chinese colleagues in Shanghai and in Beijing in particular, have been tremendously important to me personally in my understanding of the context we have here at Purdue.
That's the special part. It's really building those personal relationships first and then see what happens from them. But that's the part that I've enjoyed the most.
It's great to see that the people around you that they know nothing about Chinese, and then now they're willing to learn.